ladies and gentlemen, how you doing today? My name is Bilify, and today we're here to counter a glove. Which glove is that? Why, of course it's the Scythe glove. These are going to be the awesome goobers that are going to be helping us figure out what counters this brand new Scythe glove. We've got Klee, Scho, Carl, Cyborg, and Bio. Let's get into this. As long as you're in the rocks, you can't be hit, but this doesn't do anything if you've already been hit. As you can't be hit, and people going through you, if you're Mega Rock, don't turn into stone either. Can Spring be good? So if you are in the middle of fighting, are you able to hop over a Scythe with Spring? If you see them getting ready to throw it, absolutely. Just make sure that you're faster with desync. What I mean by desync is this will hit you before it actually arrives on your screen, so make sure you jump prior. That's the best thing. This is like a very low-end counter, but if you do see a Scythe flying at you, you can swap someone into your position if you are fast enough. You can definitely use it just like that. If it gets thrown at you, swap someone else in there. It could even be the same person that threw it. Just make sure they're not like directly next to you, because if you do that, then you're going to get caught up in the blade as well, or you'll get hit by the side blade. So swapper can work, but it's just like a low tier counter because you're just avoiding it for that one time. Speedrun can actually be good to try to avoid being hit. If you just keep moving left and right, it might be a little bit harder for them to actually hit you. They still can hit you, but it could be something that you could use to actively dodge and avoid their attacks. So you just have to be very careful on how you maneuver, but it can definitely be something that you can avoid it, and then after they throw it, you can go back in for the hits, or after they hit somebody else, then you can go back in for the hits. So speedrun can be pretty beneficial here. So if you're in the golden mode, can you avoid being hit by the Scythe? While golden, you cannot be hit by the Scythe, dragged into it, hit by another Scythe. You are perfectly good while in this form, but as soon as you get out of it, yeah, you can still be hit, so be careful. Does Cheeky get hit by the Scythe and taken away? That'd be weird to see. Yeah, you as a Cheeky Ball can be taken by the Scythe. You can immediately escape once it's over. You can kind of like classify this as a deterrence, but you can still be hit by it. Can replica clones be hit? Replica clones cannot be hit. If you wanted to use this for like a counter, you absolutely could, because you could send in your clone and they do the attacking, and they can't get hit like you can like this. So what happens with reverse? Oh, they get hit. Okay, cool. So reverse is a top tier counter for sure. You just gotta watch out. They get their ability back a lot faster than you do, so they should be able to hit another one on you before you get your ability back. Shukuchi should be pretty decent. If you do see a Scythe flying at you, you can get into an animation and be perfectly safe. As soon as you see them getting ready to use their ability, just go into the Shukuchi form, and you can hit them back and be good to go. So the ability cooldown of these gloves is pretty much the exact same. They can get a second Scythe hit off on you before you have your ability back, so just beware of that. But both can be really good options. Does blocked work? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, are you kidding me? Blocked works? Didn't see this coming at all. I did not, I'm not gonna lie to you. What? That is crazy. Does it work the same for buddies? So let's try out buddies. Perfectly safe. Granted, you can't slap them, so you're not going to be as offensive as blocked would be, but you can keep yourself safe for sure. If you're using Balloony, can you use some balloons to escape? If you've been caught, no, you can't. But if you see them getting ready to throw it and you have balloons already activated, can you jump over to avoid it? Ooh, you can. You definitely can. So as long as you're fighting one of them and you have balloons, you just got to be very vigilant. I'd say hold 2, and as soon as you see them throw it at you, just pop them and you're good to go. Balloony's definitely going to be a good one to use. Just be very attentive to your surroundings and you'll be okay. The Phantom Glove can be used in the same form as Balloony, just dodging to the sides. So if you're fighting and you see them getting ready, go to the left. That's the way you want to go against a Scythe user, because that's the way that it'll always flow out of their hand. So just make sure that you always go to the left-hand side. Does shield do anything? No way. No way. Does shield actually work? Huzzah, shield users. I love the reactions. What? In an absolute stunning performance, shield has shocked everybody and shown us that it can be useful in this situation. Shield's gonna get a gold tier trophy because you get your ability faster than the Scythe user does. Oh my gosh, I'm so hyped for shield users. I'm so hyped for y'all. Big W's for shield, big W's. If you see a Scythe coming at you, can you use Excavator? If you're fast enough, absolutely. Just go down below and you're good to go. Make sure that you watch out, because they get their ability back faster than your dig comes back, so you can still be hit at least one time before you get your ability back. Are you able to parry a Scythe flying at you? Oh, you can. Oh, interesting. Parry can be useful. Very useful, actually, because you get your ability back 10 times faster than they do. So yeah, definitely, you could use that and then push forward. Just make sure you watch out. It does stun them, just don't get hit by the blade coming back around. This is definitely going to get a gold tier counter on our end. Now, what happens with Jebaited? Wow. no way, you're perfectly safe. If you're in this Jebaited form, you cannot be hit by the Scythe. The only time you can get hit by the Scythe is when you return to your body. So, Jebaited can, in a sense, work. So, Jebaited can definitely keep you safe, but this isn't going to be a top counter. It's just a really good one. If you Guardian Angel your friend and they end up getting hit off the edge, of course, Guardian Angel will save them, but this isn't really a counter. This is just a saving glove. Now, can they use their ability in God's Hand's Time Stop? Oh, they can. Interesting. If you are fighting a Scythe user, they have the ability to throw their Scythe. Yeah, God's Hand's not gonna work out for you, Chiefs. Now, does Ultra Instinct proc at all? Yeah, you can absolutely use Ultra Instinct for that dodge percentage. This glove is just weird to me. So yeah, if you want the 50% dodge rate, definitely use Ultra Instinct. That can work. Now, how does Titan fare against them? Alright, so if you're in Titan, it does not grab you. The only thing it does is it just lowers your time faster. As a Titan user, you're good to go. You can continue to just walk through them. Just be warned that it will eat a lot of your time up. If you're fast enough, can you use Acrobat? Yep, just make sure that you dodge to the left. This could actually be very useful. If you have the timing with Acrobat, you could be very good with it. Definitely giving Acrobat a gold here. Now, what happens with the Phase Glove? If you go into the permeable mode, you cannot be hit by any of the axes or the scythes. I said axes, I don't know why. But the bad problem is they get their ability back faster than you get your permeable. Keep in mind also that if you do get caught, you can't use your permeable during. So you're just kind of done. Phase is always that glove that if you need saving, it can definitely do it for you. But because there's no offense with this, we're not going to put this as a gold. It's just really good. Bomb can be a deterrent if they're chasing you down. Throw bomb at them. But you'll probably end up being bullied, so be warned. Same thing with Bubble. Same thing with Jet. And same thing with Shard. I'm also going to throw Bob into that list as well, as it's a deterrent but not a counter. Can Moon be good here? So if you are fighting them and you see them going to throw it, ooh, it could be tough. So just jump up and to the left and you can avoid it, but it's going to be close. It's going to be really close. So you have to be very attentive to what you're doing and you have to see when they're getting ready to throw. Hybrid has the spring built into it, so you could use this, and it also has 3 other modes you could use, so Hybrid could be good, but not the best. With Slapple, if you see them getting ready to throw a Scythe, can you get up into a tree and be safe? So if they were to go throw it at you, ooh, it's gonna come down to timing. Real close timing. Okay, ooh, it took me out of the tree. And you get your abilities back pretty much the same time. Just as soon as you see them go into that animation, you have to use your ability. But you can avoid being hit by a Scythe if you're up in the tree. It cannot reach you. So just like Acrobat, if you're going to use Slapple, you have to have very fast reaction timing, but it can definitely work. So with everything else that has happened, Elude is going to be actually really good here. The only thing that you're going to have to worry for while using Elude is just going to be a bad teleport, and that's it. And most of the time, you'll get a very happy teleport like this, where you get some free slaps. Yeah, well, as long as you're not in a VIP, then you get some free slaps. Now, if you manage to leash one, what happens here? With them leash, oh, nope. So they couldn't use their ability during. Okay, so if you grab one with the leash, they are fully nerfed. Ooh, Scythe can hit a user that's on the ground, and it does free them from the leash, so Scythe can save another Scythe user. So if you've been hit by the Scythe and you're in that spinning part, you can't use the recall glove, so the only way you would use this is if you see them starting to throw it at you, you'd have to immediately use your recall to avoid being hit and reverse back into the other place. You just have to watch out. They get their ability much faster than you do. So not a counter, this is just an avoidance. I really wouldn't even recommend it. And now we come to counter. The counter activates on Scythe hits. So counter users, you can be happy. Just be warned though, if you don't get a one-shot on them, your ability timer does last longer than theirs, so they will be able to hit you again before you can use your counter again. But with counter, you should be able to easily time out a Scythe throw, and you should be able to easily counter them, because it's counter, get it? Counters, yeah? Oh. Okay, we're moving on. Now what happens with the infamous Rob? Well, in that Rob form, you are perfectly safe and good to not be consumed by this Scythe. You're the consumer. Once you eat someone, you're going to have a long ability cooldown timer, so just be careful of that. And that would probably be the only reason I don't put this as a gold tier trophy. If you're at a fast state with rhythm, it can work the exact same way as the Speedrun glove. And that's just by dodging left or right and avoiding their hits because you're faster. Rojo's going to be like Shukuchi. If you do see them throwing their ability at you, just go into Rojo form and you shouldn't be hit because it's an animation. As soon as you see it, just go into this and you're fine. Just be careful. After you use the Rojo, your ability takes so long to get back that they can hit you a couple more times. The cooldown for Rojo takes so long that realistically, I just would not recommend Rojo at all. So the Retro Glove isn't going to be a counter. This would just be more of a deterrent glove, because nothing's going to save you once you do get hit by the Scythe, but you can use movement really well with Retro's Bomb to somewhat avoid things, but you're not going to be able to avoid the Scythe. Just use the Band Hammer, the Rocket Launcher, and the Bomb to kind of avoid things, but other than that, this is just a deterrent, not a counter. Do the Null minions get eaten up by a Scythe throw? So if you wanted to use the Null Glove, you absolutely could, as a Scythe user cannot use a Scythe to erase the Null minions, and it will force them to either run away or try to fight the minions and die, so that could be good. Just watch out that they get their Scythe a lot faster than you get your Null minions, so it really shouldn't play into effect with this, but it can. Just be wary with it. Not a gold tier counter, but really good. And now we have the Alchemist Glove, and if we were to combine 2 mushrooms and an Elderwood, we would of course get ourselves the Invincible Potion. If we drink the Invincible Potion and then try to get hit by this brand new glove, it will not attach to us, and we are perfectly safe from both the Scythe flying at us and if somebody's already caught up in it. Definitely a gold tier counter, and you could always start throwing scythes at other people using scythes and just kind of, you know, head on one-on-one with it. That can work. But ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be all our counters for this glove. Scythe is pretty OP, I'm not gonna lie to you. Thank you to the awesome people who were here helping us out. We had Foxy Boy, Andrew, Carl, Scho, Klee down there who's AFK, and there was people who came and left during the process, which I appreciate all of you that did. Which counter surprised you the most? I'm not gonna lie to you. Shield absolutely surprised me the most, and it's my favorite. Which one was your favorite? I'll say that too. But yeah, Shield absolutely blew my mind because it's finally used. It's been so long since it's been able to counter something, and it's one of the top ones too, which makes it so much better. So I love Shield. It surprised me the most. It's just craziness. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. I hope that every single one of you have an amazing rest of your day or night whenever you do end up watching this, and we shall see you in the next one. Later!